Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Healthy AF, Healthy Athlete Foods. Today we're going to be making a dish of haddock, asparagus, and some black rice. Black rice, I chose it because it's a little more fibrous and a little more nutritious than normal rice. So we're going to want to go ahead and just line a baking tray with aluminum foil. I like aluminum foil just because it helps keep some of the juices in. And we're going to just get our haddock. Normally I like to get my fish from a fishmonger. This haddock I bought in bulk from Costco. The reason I try to avoid it from Costco is just that they're individually packaged in plastic, and I try my best to keep my plastic use down. Give me a hard time for being hippie or green, but we have one earth and let's take care of it. It doesn't really matter how many fillets you cook. I like to cook in bulk just because I like to eat the leftovers. It saves time and energy, so in this case I'm cooking 6, but if you want to cook 1 or 2, that's up to you. The next step is just to salt and pepper our fish. Make sure you get a lot of salt all over it. Same with pepper. Add some flavor. Don't be afraid of it. Like, it's not spicy. If you think it's spicy, then I don't know what else to say. But my next step here is I'm using an olive oil squirt bottle. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's not a spray, it's a literal squirt bottle that we put fresh olive oil in. I like that way. It just gets a better distribution of oil around the fish. And then I'm just going to cover the fish with a couple squirts of lime juice, add some flavor, and then I'm going to double down on the salt and pepper. Now for the main spice, I'm just using a Jamaican jerk sauce. Why am I using this? One, it was on sale, 75 cents a whole jar, and because I like the Caribbean jerk, that's a little bit of spice. It's something different, not something you traditionally see in a North American dish. Make sure you get a lot on there. Don't be shy with the spices. It just adds flavor to your food. And then we're going to fold over aluminum foil, making sure all the edges are closed. It's going to help with the moisture to steam the fish and make sure the fish is all the way cooked through. Next up, we're going to cut our asparagus. This is pretty self-explanatory. If you've never cut asparagus before, you make sure you cut off where the ends where it starts to get a little bit white. If you have a compost available, usually save those ends, throw them in the compost. Then to cook the asparagus, we're going to get another baking tray. I'm lining this one in a reusable parchment paper. Like I said, I like the earth, I like to save the environment, but we're going to just line up our asparagus, going to come back with that olive oil spray and coat it. I just find it gets a more even spread of olive oil than just drizzling it on from the jar. And then I'm just going to toss it around, make sure that olive oil gets all over the asparagus so that when we throw it in the oven, it gets a nice crisp to it. And then once again, the old salt and pepper. So for our rice, we're just going to add about 2 cups of water, and I'm only adding in a third of a cup of black rice. So we're going to turn our stove on to high, put the pan on, let the water and rice start to boil. Then we're going to put our fish and asparagus in the oven set at 315. We're going to want to bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Stir your rice a little bit, and then when it starts to boil, cover it with a lid and let it simmer at a medium heat until all that water has been absorbed by the rice. After 20 minutes, take out your asparagus and your haddock from the oven. And that's it. Your asparagus should be nice and crispy. If it's not crispy enough, you can throw it back in for a couple minutes. But I like mine with a little bit of crisp, a little bit of chew to it. Keep some of those nutrients in the asparagus. Now your haddock should be done as well, but if you want to check, you can use your fork or a spatula to just cut a little piece off, just to check to see if the inside is flaky with still a little bit of moisture. Now again, you can serve yourself as much or as little as you want depending on your goals, your nutrition program, how hungry you are. It's up to you. The rice takes about a little bit longer. Nothing to be said about the rice. I'm not trying to make this plate look too pretty, and you know what? I'm gonna add on the carbs, so we're just going all the rice. I'll make some more later. And that's it. A super simple, super healthy athlete meal. It's healthy AF. Some haddock, asparagus, and rice. Nothing to it. Should be able to make this one on your own. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.